This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. When you visit the doctor, you probably hand over your insurance, your ID, and contact details. It's just one of the many places that has your personal info. And if any of them accidentally expose it, you could be at risk for identity theft. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second. If you become a victim, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
This is Optimal Work Daily. Spam: How to Not End Up in Spam by Chalene Johnson of chalenejohnson.com. The dreaded spam folder. Trust me, I know all about the spam folder. Our business has gone through a few personal nightmares with this. Not to mention, Brett and I together coach so many entrepreneurs who are in network marketing organizations. A lot of them got hit hard because email service providers they worked with suddenly made a blanket rule that they were no longer going to provide service to anyone who was in a network marketing organization. Listen, it's getting tougher and tougher not to end up in a spam folder. Why? Most people know that if it's an email we need from a friend, etc., we can just filter for it and find it. Most spam filters are getting much better at filtering out any type of email we're not interacting with or intentionally opening. That said, email filters have become, in my opinion, overzealous. I get emails from friends that end up in my spam folder all the time. Let's talk about how we can do whatever we can to avoid summarily being lumped into the category of spam. Number 1, avoid using the terms that are simply not going to appear in a friend's email. In other words, these are phrases that email filters have identified as being associated with spam or sales-related emails, like click here, buy now, this is going away, expiration, just a couple of hours left. If you need to go there in your email copy, and we all do from time to time, just make sure it's very conversational. Avoid things that sound salesy. Spam filters look at every piece of your email, text and pictures. When you're texting a friend or emailing a friend, you're not going to put $6 signs next to save money now and then 6 more dollar signs and then 4 exclamation marks. No. Number 2, purposefully misspelling words, either in your subject line or body of email. For example, many marketers figured out that there were certain words that most filters would pick up. Rather than using new words, these guys would take the word, let's say sale, and would replace the A with an @ sign. The filters are very sophisticated now and they pick up on stuff like that. Number 3, avoid sending messages with one big image. This is a really common practice. Once people, marketers, the bad guys, figured out that spam filters were picking up certain words, they decided to send an infographic with everything that they wanted to say. Of course, now that's not going to work either. Number 4, send only to subscribers. Make sure the people you are sending your email to have actually subscribed to that email list. If you don't, it takes just a few annoyed people to report your content as spam. Then, most likely, almost every email you send is likely to end up in some kind of a spam filter. Number 5, purge your mailing list. We at Team Johnson do it all the time, and it kills me. I'm like, no, we can't get rid of anybody. But you have to. By getting rid of inactive subscribers, those who haven't opened or clicked on an email from you in a long time, you are creating a better, more dedicated, and interactive email list. In addition, your email provider can tell what percentage of your emails are being opened. If somebody reports your email as being spam, it's very likely that your provider will run the ratio of your open rate, so really honing in on your active subscribers is key. Number 6, stay on course with your brand. If somebody opted into your email list in expectation of receiving certain types of information, and then you start sending something completely unrelated, which they did not request, they will unsubscribe, and you will likely be reported for spam. Most importantly, you lose your integrity. If you want people to opt into another list, you can do that, but you need to specifically invite them to do so. Number 7, be honest in your headers or subject line. Don't try to trick people to open up your email based on your header. Be creative, yes, but don't trick them. Number 8, use a verifiable IP address as your return email address. This way, if people would like to reply, they can. Your email is legitimate. Number 9, don't include a disclaimer that your email isn't spam. This is ironically funny because if you include some sort of disclaimer that your email is not spam, It's kind of a red flag that your email probably is spam. And number 10, space your paragraphs conversationally. There's a way we normally write a paragraph when composing an email to our friends, long and continuous. But it has become kind of a best practice lately to write emails with very narrow paragraphs. For example, you hit return after every 5 or 6 words. We do this because it reads very easily on just about any mobile device. You just listened to the post titled Spam, How to Not End Up in Spam by Chalene Johnson of ChaleneJohnson.com.
This episode is brought to you by JCPenney. Yes, JCPenney. And if you've been there recently, you know it's the place to go for jaw-dropping looks at brag-worthy prices. They've got something special for every style and budget, not to mention rewards and deals that make finding those hidden gems even sweeter. If you already shop JCPenney, you're already in on the secret. But if not, it's time to ask. Wait, am I sleeping on JCPenney? Shop JCPenney.com. Yes, JCPenney.
At Capella University, learning online doesn't mean learning alone. You'll get support from people who care about your success, like your enrollment specialist who gets to know you and the goals you'd like to achieve. You'll also get a designated academic coach who's with you throughout your entire program. Plus, career coaches are available to help you navigate your professional goals. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
And thank you to Chalene. She is a world-renowned motivational speaker with more than 30 years as a health expert. She's a New York Times best-selling author, a health and lifestyle expert, and a top health podcaster with over 20 million downloads of her show, The Chalene Show. She, along with her husband, have trained tens of thousands of fitness professionals and consulted with the world's largest health club chains. She has sold millions of fitness videos now, and she actually holds the Guinness Book of World Record for having starred in the most fitness videos. And on the business side of things, she's created a variety of personal and business development programs that are worth checking out. Come by ChaleneJohnson.com to see all of that, and you can find that linked in this episode's description. And I think that's going to do it for today. Hope you are having a good one, and thanks so much for being here with me as always. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.